Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll see one more concept in computer networks, that is a traffic shaping in a congestion control. So in our previous session we have seen the congestion control techniques, right? So whenever there is a heavy traffic in the network, automatically the router will be sending some choke packets and or any feedback or any acknowledgement to the sender in order to reduce the retransmission rate. Okay, so like that we have seen some techniques for the congestion control, and now we'll see the traffic shaping in that congestion control. So here mainly there are two techniques in traffic shaping, that is a leaky bucket algorithm and a token bucket algorithm. So two algorithms. So what is the procedure here? The name itself indicates the leaky bucket algorithm. Imagine there is a bucket which is filling with the water from the tap. So here the incoming, whatever the incoming packets can be of unregulated. So sometimes the transmission or the water flow will be fast, sometimes the water flow will be very low. But if the same bucket is having a small hole at the bottom, so irrespective of the content in the bucket, the flow of water comes out in an equal interval. So from that particular hole. So the same concept applied here. Here you can replace the bucket with a queue. So we'll be placing a queue so that whatever the data or packets sending from the host will be inserted into the queue. So here you can see there is some gap between the packets. So this is an unregulated flow of packets. So there is no packets. That means the flow of or transmission of packets are irregular, so not in a equal interval. So we are placing some queue, and whatever the incoming packets coming from the host, that will be placed in the queue so that the outgoing packets will be in an equal intervals, equal rate. We can say it is an equal rate. So with a equal transmission rate, the packets will be sent to the network. So this is a network. Imagine this is a network, right? So we are placing a queue in between the host and the network. So here the queue is replaced, I mean the bucket is replaced with a queue. So this is called as a leaky bucket algorithm. So imagine if there is a flow, if suddenly the flow of water becomes very high immediately. So what happens? The water inside the bucket will be filled, and obviously the excess water will come out from the bucket. The same thing happens if there is a bursty traffic. So bursty traffic means all of a sudden transmitting a very huge traffic. So in such bursty traffic appears, immediately the queue will be filled, and whatever the packets receiving after queue filled, those packets will be discarded. So bursty traffic appears, then packets will be discarded. Excess packets will be discarded. So here this leaky bucket algorithm is not suitable for bursty traffic. Okay, and there will be a packet loss once the queue is filled, right? And coming to the second one, the token bucket algorithm, here also we'll be using the bucket, but here instead of water, here we are using the term called tokens. Okay, so for every equal interval, the tokens will be generated. For example, for every second, a token will be generated. Okay, and the tokens will be placed inside this bucket until the bucket becomes full. Okay, so here the packets were not transmitted, but tokens were generated and placing in the bucket. So what happens? If the packet wants to be sent through the network, it will check for the tokens in the bucket. So if there are no tokens, the packet will not be transmitted. So if there is a tokens, depends upon the packet size. If there are enough tokens in the bucket, those tokens will be taken from the bucket, and the corresponding packets will be transmitted to the network. So based upon the availability of the tokens, the packets will be transmitted to the network. So this is a token bucket algorithm. So even a bursty traffic can also be accepted here, because for every interval of time tokens will be generated. So every equal interval of time, sorry, not a packets, tokens will be generated. So if one packet should be transmitted through the network, so it will check whether there are enough tokens or not. So if there are enough tokens, automatically those tokens will be taken out from the bucket and the corresponding packets will be sent. For example, if there are only two tokens, so we are having some three packets. Okay, we are having some three packets. Sorry, this is a packets, and this is a token for every interval. For example, there are two tokens available in the bucket. So now what happens if we want to transmit the three packets? Only two tokens are available, so those two tokens will be sent out. So these are the tokens, and two packets will be transmitted to the network. So here one packet have to wait until the another token is generated in the bucket. Okay, so here also you can consider a bucket as a queue. Okay, so here you can compare these two things, leaky bucket algorithm and token bucket algorithm. So this is not suitable for bursty traffic, and this can be suitable for bursty traffic, because for example, if for a particular interval of time there are no packets to be transmitted, still the tokens will be generated and it will be maintained in the bucket. So bursty traffic can be suitable for this token bucket. And the packet loss, so here whenever the queue is full, immediately the packet will be lost. Okay, whenever the queue is full, the packet will be lost, because there is no place to accommodate the packet. So obviously the packet will be lost. But here if there are no tokens, then the packet will be have to be wait or discarded. The packet will not be lost, but the packet have to wait until a new token is generated, or it can be discarded. So that is the difference among the leaky bucket algorithm and token bucket algorithm. Okay, so whatever the input packets are in an unregulated way, okay, uninterval way. So but the outgoing packets will be in a equal intervals. That is the main concept in this traffic shaping. So this is called as a traffic shaping. Traffic shaping. This traffic shaping is also useful in the congestion control. It will be also be useful in congestion control, right? So leaky bucket and token bucket algorithm, very simple and a small concept. So hope you understood this leaky bucket and token bucket algorithms. So I'll stop here, and if you are having any queries regarding this one, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. And if you really enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.